So a manager walks into your office and says, "We need training." Most of the time, they're wrong. And if you say yes too quickly, you might be setting both of you up to fail, because not every performance problem is a learning problem. So in this episode, you will discover 5 situations where training is the wrong solution and what to do instead if you want real impact. First, why we default to training? Well, training feels like action. It's visible, it's structured, and it gives the impression that something's being done here. But performance science tells something, well, uncomfortable. According to Gilbert's behavioral engineering model in 1978, performance is influenced more by environment, systems, and expectations than by knowledge alone. So when performance drops, the issue is often not a skill gap. It might be a system gap. Yet in many organizations, training is still the first and sometimes the only response. And that's where L&D credibility quietly starts to erode. So if training is often the default response, the real question becomes, when is training actually the wrong intervention? Because recognizing these moments is what separates a trainer from a performance consultant. Now let's talk about those 5 times training is the wrong solution. First, when expectations are unclear. Imagine a team being told that their performance is not good enough, but no one has clearly defined what good actually is. No training in the world can fix vague expectations. People don't improve what they don't understand. In these cases, employees don't need more knowledge, they need clarity. Clear standards, clear KPIs, clear feedback. The fix isn't training, it's alignment in this case. Next, when the process makes good performance difficult. Let's say a customer service team is slow on responding. So leadership asks for training on time management. But the real issue here is that the system requires them to open 5 different tools just to complete one task. That's not a skill problem. That's a workflow problem. Training sometimes to work faster inside a broken process only increases frustration. The fix in this case isn't training, it's process design. Next, when tools are missing or outdated. Think about sales teams struggling to hit targets. They get training on communication skills, but they still use the same CRL tools, manual tracking, sheets, and incomplete customer data. You can't train someone to perform well without the right tools. This isn't a capability issue in this case. It's a resource issue. So the fix isn't training, it's better systems. Next, when incentives reward the wrong behavior. Sometimes organizations train employees on quality, collaboration, or customer experience, while performance metrics reward speed, volume, or individual output. That's a system conflict. In this case, employees follow what gets rewarded, not what's said in training. No amount in training will override misaligned incentives. The fix here is not training, it's changing what the organization measures and rewards. Next, when managers don't reinforce new behaviors, even when the training is relevant, it fails without reinforcements. Research by Baldwin and Ford in 1988 shows that transfer of learning depends heavily on work environment and managerial support. If managers don't follow up, coach, or encourage application, the learning fades quickly. This isn't a training design issue, it's a leadership and culture issue. The fix isn't training, it's managerial enablement. So, if training isn't always the answer, what should an L&D do instead? This is where your role evolves. Modern L&D isn't about delivering programs. It's about diagnosing performance. Before building a course, you need to ask yourself, what behavior must change? What's preventing that behavior today? And is the barrier knowledge or environment? If the barrier is unclear expectations, then you need to fix clarity. Broken process, you need to fix workflow. Missing tools, you need to fix the systems. Wrong incentives, you need to fix the matrix. If lack of reinforcement, you need to fix management support. Only when the root cause is truly a skill or knowledge gap should training lead the solution. That's when learning creates impact in this case, because it's solving the right problem. Training is powerful, let's admit it, but only when it's used for the right resource. Modern L&D impact doesn't come from saying yes to every request. It comes from asking better questions before building anything. So, if you want to move from training provider to performance partner, don't forget to follow the series on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We break down how L&D can truly drive performance. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.